We're going to be talking about everything that we can to try to steer the direction of Disney into more successful waters. Not just financial terms, but also culturally impact, just as Disney was when I was a kid. So Star Wars and Lucasfilm, we're going to obviously have a new successor. We're going to have a new CEO come in. So Star Wars, we want them to follow the strategy that we have right here. At least one video game per IP. So in the Star Wars universe, we should at least have one Star Wars game, at least one. We could have more than one, but we could at least have one. And we could reintroduce LucasArts, the video game division of Lucasfilm, alongside Buena Vista Games, and have them work together, united, to pump out video game content. Now, Lucasfilm, in the Star Wars universe, we're going to need to reboot the whole universe, meaning everything is open-ended right now. Everything is out and unplanned. So what we need to do is create a storyline that combines everything from 9 films and reaches a conclusive ending. So episode 10, 11, 12, we need to conclude everything from episode 1 to 9. And so we can use story plot lines like The World Between Worlds and introduce new characters and new villains, characters that are such a tremendous threat that it requires our main protagonist to go into the World Between Worlds and meet up our characters from the prequels, the sequels, and the original trilogy. And so the new characters from episode 10, 11, and 12 would pose such an enormous threat that our protagonists from the new films would need to go into the World Between Worlds to get heroes such as, let's say, Obi-Wan and Anakin and Luke Skywalker and other characters, to bring them out of their timelines into the future timeline that we're in episode 10, 11, and 12, to fight together to bring down this great threat that poses a greater threat than anything the universe has ever seen before. That way, we'd be able to tie a bow and a solid conclusive ending to the Skywalker storyline. Now, this would take a tremendous amount of time and a tremendous amount of work from everybody, but it would be able to give the fans a conclusive ending and sort of closure on the Skywalker saga, so that we can move past the Skywalker saga and go into, let's say, the Old Republic or a new branch of the universe and go further into the future. But we cannot get there until we get closure on and heal the damage that has been done over these couple of years. And in order to do that, we have to create a storyline that can reassure everything together and bring it to a conclusive and a good closure of an ending. And so once that's done, then we can branch out. Then we can move across the universe, and move away from the Skywalkers, go into the Old Republic, go into other stories, and introduce new characters and stories that are beloved with the fans. So Lucasfilm, along with other subsidiary companies, will have at least one TV show. And so we'll have at least one TV show debut on Disney Plus, and we'll have one video game in the Star Wars universe, alongside original stories that comes from Lucasfilm and could come from other subsidiary companies such as Marvel and Pixar and so on and so forth. So Lucasfilm and Star Wars, that is where we want the direction to be headed towards.